Hi everyone, I'm David. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer from here in Melbourne, Australia. What I wanted to talk to you today is about using HSS or high-speed sync with the Sony A7Rii cameras. I've been using the Odin system with the lighting setup that I've got, but I thought that I'd use just those with my Sony flashes, and I bought this unit, the Pixel King flash system. They came last week and I used it for the first time in a wedding, so I thought that I'd show you those results and talk to you how it's all set up. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it went. So to start with, what we've got is there's two parts to the system. There's the receiver, the transmitter, and the receiver, which I'll show you shortly. But basically, all they are is you've got a group set up over here and channel set up over there. So as long as your receiver and transmitter are set on the same channels, it will fire, no problem at all. It's just flashing red at the moment because I've just turned it on. Once they sync up, they'll turn blue, and I'll show you that when I actually set that up. There was no settings I had to set specially in the camera to get this to work up to 8 thousandths of a second. I just put it on fill flash and it works fine. So that's the camera component. So what I'll do now is I'll show you the flash. So the unit that I'm actually using is this Jimby unit. It's the HD600. This is the receiver, and I've actually got it attached to the flash unit by the sync cable at the back, and so that's why I've got an elastic band just holding it in place. As long as you have this set on the same channel and the same group as the transmitter, they'll fire no problem at all. Now, just to sort of show you this unit, the Jimbys have a battery, which I'll pull out and just show you. They last about 200 flashes on full power. Very rarely would you probably have to use full power though anyway. But if you did, you get at least 200 full flashes. I've bought 2 of these though, just in case. So the unit goes back in there. Just very simply how to operate this, there's a power button here, which if we press will count down and turn on. The only thing I've noticed is if when it turns on, it usually shows a snail, so you have to hit this button to take it off snail. It's a picture of a rabbit. That will give it quick sync or quick recharging. And the top 2 buttons, that's the only thing I had to find that was not listed. You have to press these 2 buttons to enable high-speed sync. Once you do that, you'll see a little high-speed sync picture there. Then you can go up to 8 thousandths of a second. Now you'll notice if I turn the camera on, at the moment they're just both flashing reds. If I turn it on, they'll both sync together and both units will start to flash blue. That's telling you that they're actually syncing together. And basically now, if I set my camera up to 8 thousandths of a second, which it is, it's on 8 thousandths of a second. If I fire the camera off, it will fire. So it will fire up to 8 thousandths. So what I thought I'd do, I did use it this weekend in a wedding. It was no problem at all. It worked very well actually. And I'll show you how those results are now in the images I'm just about to display and take you through them. Okay, so with these images, I wanted to use a fairly low f-stop of around about 4 to 5.6. But being a desert location, the sun was extremely powerful. So if I exposed for the ambient, I wouldn't have seen the bride and groom. So what I did was I used high-speed sync, and I had a setting of around about 1,000th of a second, and basically set the ambient exposure first, and then use the flash to fill in. And the results are actually really, really good. Again, once the flash settings were done, I didn't have to change anything because it was all shot in manual, so I could just leave the flash and just move in and out, or zoom in and out, and nothing changed with all of these images. Again, this was shot at f4, so it was slightly low with the f-stop. And it was also 1,000th of a second. And I'm really, really happy with how this brought the bride and groom in, separated them a little bit from the background, but still kept the ambient exposure there. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. And also, if you can, like my page. And I'll see you again soon with another podcast and another review. Bye for now.